Hey everyone, welcome to episode 362, A Want Match. Welcome to the Harmony in the Home podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Hutchison. I'm a counselor, a life coach, and most importantly, an imperfect mom doing this work right along with you. And my goal on our podcast is to go from chaos to calm, feel less frazzled, and have more fun within your four walls to have more harmony in your home. So I learned about Want Match a long time ago from Brooke Castillo, and I loved what she was saying because it takes two to tango. And a lot of times if we're in friendship or relationship, and I have some friends that are dating, and it's only a want match if both people want to be in the relationship. So let's say that your friend is having a luncheon and doesn't invite you. Well, then that's not a want match because she doesn't want you at the lunch. And that doesn't mean she doesn't want you. It just means maybe it's just her tennis friends, or maybe it's her golf friends, or maybe it's a different group of friends that you're not friends with, or maybe they just wanted to keep it small and quaint. Like, we can't invite everybody to everything. So with social media, we are going to get our feelings hurt. Just know that. I've gotten my feelings hurt. I'm like, why was I invited to that? How are they there and I'm not there? Like, the FOMO is real. But we also have to know that we're going to do that to someone else, which pains me to say. And that's a lot of the reasons why I don't have anybody over my house, because there's no way I can invite everybody. We had a graduation party for Lily, and everyone's like, why don't you ever entertain? Your house is perfect for entertainment. And you have the tiki hut and the pool in the backyard. I'm like, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And yeah, it might not be posted on social media, but they might say, oh, I was at Kelly's the other day at a barbecue. And they're like, you were? Again, it's never going to happen. But like, it's the deepest, darkest fear. So I literally just avoid it at all costs. But I'm sure I've done it. And I know I've done it because people have said things to me like, why was I invited? But most people won't say anything to you about it. So just know that it doesn't mean anything is wrong, so to speak. It just means it's not a want match. It's like going to Marshall's and trying on a shirt. It doesn't fit. And then the shirt being sad that you didn't choose it. It just doesn't match. And like when I'm doing UGC, I'm like applying to different gigs. And then they're like, sorry, not sorry. Your application has been declined. And I'm like, of course it's declined because it's not a want match. They wanted someone who's 35, or they wanted a male, or they wanted someone with black hair because they're doing hair color for people with darker hair. And it doesn't show the grays as much as on the blonde hair. Or they didn't like my vibe, or they didn't like, I was too energetic. They wanted more polished. I am not polished. I would not say that I'm the most polished. Like, they wanted more luxurious. Like, I'm not luxurious. I've seen luxurious. I'm like, wow, I'm just not that girl. And it's not a want match. And I don't care because there's other fish in the sea that will be like, oh my gosh, you're 51 and in menopause with wrinkles? Yes, sign me up. I need to sign you immediately because we have this retinol cream and we want to attack those wrinkles. Like, I am being rewarded because of my wrinkles. Okay. So when you know that it's not a want match, you don't take it so personally, because also there's going to be so many times when it's not a want match for you. And a lot of times we want to go into the victim mode. Like, I wasn't invited. I wasn't chosen. But there's going to be so many times when we are not going to invite the person, or we're not going to choose the person. And this could be in your romantic relationships, or this could be in your friendships, or this could be at a chicken dinner on a Sunday that you were invited to. So this is from Matthew Hussey. I don't know who he is. He's very well spoken. I found this on Facebook, and he's talking about going through a breakup. The man in the audience is, and it's so well said. It's like, I was listening to this. I was like, this is want match. This is want match. So I'm going to let you listen to it, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. And just know that I listen to 100 of these before I share one of these. So I'm doing the Lord's work by going out and listening to all this motivational stuff. And I love it too, by the way. But there's a lot of junk out there, but I wade through the junk and I'm like, I have to share this immediately. And as soon as it comes up, I'm like, I'm sharing this immediately. So here I go. I'm sharing this immediately. Ready, set, go.
What's your name?
Roy.
Hey, Roy, how are you?
Good, Matthew, thanks. I've had a ex talk about you a lot, so I thought I'd come check you out, but... So, yeah,
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah. I enjoy everything you have to say, but I'm a man, so, I'm just trying to figure out what I can take from the male perspective, and also, how do I change the way that I'm very, I guess, reserved, and I dwell on my hurt, because, we're people. But Like, I have a problem with my ex moved on fast, and I was trying to. It hurts, man. You know, it's like we were together for like 5-6 years, and when they move on fast, it makes you feel like you're not good enough. And I just want to know how can I change my way of thinking, and that it was just they were waiting on me, and I was waiting on them, and they just decided to go one way. I mean, how do I change my perspective on letting stuff go? Because that's what I need to do. I need to let stuff go, or I'm going to be unhappy for the rest of my life.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Roy, you're going through an incredible amount of hurt. It's incredibly painful. Part of the pain is you continuing to convince yourself that this must on some level have been the right person, and that your right person is now with someone else. Now, I don't believe that. I believe that the right person can only be the right person when it's two people choosing each other. So part of the pain we hold on to is believing still that we had this jewel that's gone. And as much as we may have loved someone, as much as we may have thought someone was incredible, they may have had wonderful qualities, we may have been incredibly attracted to them, there may have been all these great things, they cannot represent that true dream relationship if they don't choose you. In fact, someone not choosing you is just about the biggest departure from your dream relationship you could ever imagine. So when we're saying, but we were so close, not being chosen by someone should be the greatest turnoff in the world. Not because there's something wrong with that person, but because how on earth, when I was a kid and I dreamt about my dream relationship, or in my last 10 years or 20 years before I met someone, when I was dreaming of my dream relationship, it couldn't have been the one where someone decides to go be with someone else. That wasn't it. So this isn't it. Then there's the ego element of someone chose someone else. Why not me? What did that person have? Why wasn't I good enough? And now we take the baggage of that forward. The greatest advice I ever received was kill your ego. Because that motherfucker has no place in your growth. None. I box a lot. And when you go into the ring and you are worried about getting hurt, when you're worried about yourself, that's ego. When you're worried about the size of the other guy and this guy's skills, and that's ego. When you're worried about, I came in here to do a job, what's my job? Then ego goes out the window. And we're all going to die many, many times in our life. We're all going to die. You just died. Right? A piece of you has to die. Right now, you're going through hell. It's been awful. Someone ripped your heart out. That's hell. But I want that version of you that goes through hell and comes out and has something to say at the end of it. That's the version of you I want. Do I want the version of Roy who hasn't been through that shit? Nah, it's boring. That's boring. I don't want that Roy. I want Roy who's been to hell and back. I want Roy who had to go, die, resurrect himself, and then come tell the rest of us how to do that. I want that Roy. That Roy's interesting to me. I want weathered, scarred Roy who's been through shit, who has interesting things to say. That Roy is much more interesting to me. And we learn far more, far more. We become far stronger by what goes wrong in our lives than what goes right. far more. And so all this you're going through, this is just like, like a great stew. Like, it's just adding flavor. It's just making you more and more interesting, more and more complex. It's going to make you more compassionate. It's going to make you kinder. It's going to make you more empathetic to other people. It's going to give you more to bring to your next relationship. It's going to make you such a strong person. And you get through this and you deal with this. What the do you have to be afraid of? I've died, motherfucker. You can't scare me. All right? You see that? So there's the ego element. Kill your ego. Kill that shit. That guy has to die, so a bigger me comes back. All right? And then there's the mourning because you think you've lost the person you're supposed to be with. I can promise you haven't. Because unless someone chooses you, they ain't the person you're supposed to be with. You could be disappointed. You can be disappointed she wasn't the person, but you can't grieve like she was the person, because she's not. Disappointment takes a minute to get over too, but it's much easier to get over than true grieving of, I've lost the love of my life. You didn't lose that. That's still to come. Something better is coming for you. I promise you, my brother. I promise. Okay?
I mean, how good is that? It's so true. And I love what he said. It can't be your dream person if your dream person didn't choose you. A dream relationship is when person A chooses person B, and when person B chooses person A. And I will tell you that is a want match, and that's super fun to be in that kind of relationship. It could be a friendship, your romantic relationships, it could be coworkers. It doesn't really matter the label in which it is, but you just have that synergy and chemistry together. And it's going to work with some and it's not going to work with all. And that's okay, because we are not expected to have synergy with every single person. I always go back to the analogy on the playground when you see kindergartners. It doesn't mean because two kids are hanging out and playing and on the slide together that the other kids are not worthy of that friendship. It's just those two little 5-year-olds had synergy and chemistry. It's indescribable. They don't know why. They're just flying around, going on the swings and going on the slides. And then the other kids find their own chemistry and synergy kids. And I will say that what he was talking about, how the breakups really, he didn't say this, but this just came to me, and I think I could be like on stage with Matthew. The breakups turn into the breakouts, because it gives you such a great understanding of like, okay, that was messed up. I love that part of the relationship. I didn't like that part of the relationship. And then moving on to the next one, get closer to the love that you're looking for and find more of a want match. But that takes time, and that takes energy, and that takes lots of rejection. But rejection is God's protection. And just like you have felt rejection, other people are going to feel rejection by you. And it's inevitable, because people reject other people because it's not a want match. And that doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean something's wrong with the person you rejected. It just means it wasn't a want match. Just like when we go to the store and we try on a shirt and it doesn't fit. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with the shirt, because it will fit someone else. And that is where true freedom comes from, because we're not trying to please all the people. And when you go through heartbreak, this is huge. I really want you to listen to this part. When you go through heartbreak, or you go through loss, or you go through rejection, or you go through being the one that rejects other people, it's such a harsh word, but you just realize like, this person isn't for me anymore. And you reject that person and you break up with that person, or you are broken up with, whether it's verbally done or just you get the slow drift, or you give someone else the slow drift, the fade, like in basketball. That will hurt. It will sting. Just like Roy was talking about, it stings. It hurts. It's painful. You've been through breakups, you know. You've lost people that you love, you know. And so I always go back to, I have lost, I have been broken up with, I have broken up, I have lost my best friend and my dad. I have been through infertility. I was told I've been through some stuff, and I've felt probably every emotion in the dictionary. And because I have felt that, and I've gone to the depths of despair, it's like, okay, I'm not invited to the brunch. Big whoopty freaking doodah. I can't be hurt anymore that I've already been hurt. And the worst thing that can happen is I feel a human emotion. I have felt the extreme version of that, whatever that emotion is. I have felt the extreme version of that emotion. And so I can handle it. It's going to be okay. I'm a big girl. I put on my big girl panties, and I'm going to be okay. I have felt disappointed before. I have felt rejected before. I have felt left out before. I have felt jealous before. I have felt grief before. I have felt sadness before. I've felt anxiety before. When you kind of like call the gig is up kind of thing, when you do that, it's not so scary anymore. The worst thing that can happen is a human emotion. Well, guess what? I have already felt that, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I can handle it. And then life doesn't become so scary. We're not so mad at other people because the worst thing that can happen is a human emotion, and human emotions are just emotions. And when you felt the extreme version of that one emotion, then it's like, oh, don't sweat the small stuff. This is child's play compared to XYZ trauma I went through. And when you can allow those emotions, they don't have such a hold over you. It doesn't impact your mood so much. And then guess what happens? When you're in a better mood at home, everyone has a lot more harmony in the home. And then you teach your kids to do the same. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Hey, mamas, thanks for listening. If you had any ahas, clicks, or those lightning bolt moments while listening, you have to check out my free parenting bootcamp, where we take all of this to the next level and we try to create even more awakenings for ourselves so that we can connect more with our kids and never yell at them again. You can sign up at www.coachingkelly.com. And if you really want to fill up my love cup, send me an email of what your aha was, what your click was, what was that lightning bolt moment while you were listening. I want nothing more in life than for you to have harmony in your home and to learn how to be an imperfect mom like me, which allows your kids to be imperfect too, each and every day. Thanks for listening.